Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Santin. I would like to present my mini article. The title is An Analysis of Student Difficulties in Reading Comprehension of Narrative Text at Semester 1 of English Department of Komarudin University. Introduction. Background of the research. English has an exceptionally critical part because it is especially utilized in nearly all of the nation as local and worldwide language. English has four language skills, that is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Reading as one of language skills must be mastered by all the students because reading is basic of factors that impact one action in communication. Reading comprehension is a brain process implicates some components that communicate with each other to describe the meaning of the sentence, according to Priority 2013. Narrative text. Narrative text is the text which relates a series of logically and chronologically related events that are caused or experienced by factors. Research problem. There are two research problems. Number one, what kind of difficulties that students face in reading the narrative text? Number two, what are the factors of the student difficulties in reading? Objective of the research. 1. To analyze the student's difficulties in reading comprehension of narrative text. Number 2. To find out the factors of the student difficulties in reading. Research methodology. Research method. In this research, researchers use the qualitative method. The object of the data were the students of the semester 1 of English Department of Komarudin University. Instrument of the research. The technique of collecting data use the reading text as an instrument test, and the way of collecting data is multiple choices questions, true or false statements, and answer questions. As the reading text, I use the narrative text. There are three examples of narrative text: The Legend of Tangkuban Perahu, The Story of Malin Kundang, and The Legend of Prambanan Temple. The text 1 consists of 10 questions, text 2 consists of 10 statements, and text 3 consists of 5 questions. Findings and discussions. Findings. From this research, the researcher can analyze the average point the students get are 57,2 per 100 points, and from 100 points, the most points are 56 points. The range of value is from 20 points to 84 points. The test was about 27 items and 4 points per item. This is the chart of analysis result. There are 20 respondents and there are 3 types of the test: multiple choice questions, true or false questions, and question answer. And this is the classification of student score. Score 80 until 100, the category is very good. Score 70 until 79, the category is good. Score 60 until 69, the category is enough. Score 50 until 59, the category is less. Score less than 49, the category is very less. Based on the analysis results in previous slide, the multiple choices questions, there are 20 respondents and there are 3 questions were answered well by the students. There are number 1, number 4, and number 10. In true or false statement, there are number 1, number 4, number 5, and number 6, and number 8 were answered well. The level of the score is categorized very good. In answer question, there is no questions were answered well. Discussion. The result it obtained can be analyzed but that some students got difficulty when doing the test. The student difficulties in reading narrative text can be caused of their lack of understanding in the narrative text because of their vocabularies in English or their interest in reading English text, and it made students didn't understanding of the story and make them cannot answer the question of narrative text well. child vocabulary is strongly related to his comprehension and ease of learning to read, according to McAdoo 2012. Conclusion. Based on the research finding and discussion, it can be concluded there are some difficulties that the students still find in reading comprehension in narrative text. The difficulties that students have can be seen from their results. The average point the student get are 57,2 per 100 point, and from 100 point, the most point are 56 point, which categories as loss level. And from 20 questions, there are 8 questions were answered well by the students. In multiple choices questions, there are number 1, number 4, number 10. In true or false statement, there are number 1, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 8. The level of the scores categories is categories very good. In answer question, there is no questions were answered well. The student difficulties in reading narrative text can be caused of their lack of student of understanding the narrative text because of their vocabularies in English or their interest in reading English text, and it made students didn't understanding of the story and make them cannot answer the questions of narrative text well. And the last is cause that students felt bored in reading long passage of story and the theme or topic from the story that is not interested to read. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.